affect their behavior.
Have you ever been hypnotized? Yes? Hypnosis?
Not in formal.
Oh, not in a formal?
Not in a clinical.
Not in a clinical sense. No? Have you ever hypnotized anybody? No? Oh, you have? Oh. In a clinical?
No.
No, not in clinical. But, oh, you have. Who did you hypnotize? Okay. Have you ever hypnotized anybody?
Never.
Okay. But have you seen somebody hypnotize
Oh,
somebody?
yes, on TV, yeah.
Okay, on TV.
Yeah.
All right. So, have you ever hypnotized anybody?
No.
Been hypnotized? All right. So, if you haven't, then you've got to say, okay, well, what would it be like to be hypnotized? Have you seen it?
Yeah, maybe I saw it, but I think it's like a manipulation. So when your target, you do what you want.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Now, see your target. So, I am very interested in partner, right? The partner. Okay. Now, Ray, you said, let's see, did you say if you were going to hypnotize somebody, who would it be?
Maybe like an ex-boyfriend or something. See what I could do.
So it's kind of the target, right? You say the target. Who would it be? Who would you hypnotize?
Anyone.
But you said the target. What?
Yeah,
because you want to control them.
Yes.
Ah.
Because
Who would you hypnotize?
yeah, I'm not feeling manipulation because that's what it mostly feels like to me.
Right. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
What if you were who would you hypnotize?
Casting director.
Okay. So all right. So Renee's a casting director now. Hypnotize her.
I don't know how.
Yeah, and then you're going to go in a deep sleep.
Okay, there you go. Right.
You just kind of do some like.
I want you to watch my
TikTok.
finger.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, follow my finger. Right? You're getting sleepy. Your eyes are getting very heavy. Yes. Soon you will fall into a deep, deep sleep. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier. And let yourself go. Just let yourself go back. Until your eyes close. Deep, deep sleep. Yes, you're getting sleepy. Now, you will cast me this on. Do yourself a director behind the next Marlon Brando. Yes. When you wake up, you will not remember this at all, but you will cast me. And now we'll wake up on 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, I like that's a manipulation, right? The target. Okay, interesting. Now, can you describe the rhythm of my voice?
Soothing.
Okay, soft, you say?
Soothing.
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 Right? What was the rhythm of it?
Pretty languid.
It was very languid.
Yeah.
Okay, languid, right?
Almost like petting.
Oh, like petting.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah,
right?
there was a pace to
Yes.
it.
There's a pace, right?
It was like a count, as if you were
Oh,
counting.
nice. Right, as if. Okay. Now, you see? Okay. Now, I don't know. It's interesting. I like this idea in terms of because we're sort of finding, and this, you guys, when I was studying, I studied with Stella Adler, right? Many years ago, right? And she had this inkling of what this was, right? But this was, when was her inkling? When did she study with Stanislavski? I don't know. It was 60 years ago, maybe. I don't know. When was it? Was it in the 30s? In the 40s? The 30s, probably. 1930. What is it now?
A while ago.
So it's like 80 years, right? 80 years ago. Long time. So she had this inkling. And she gave us this exercise. And it was the exercise to teach. So we each had to we chose a profession. She did some character stuff. Chose a profession. We came and we taught to the class, right? Taught something. And I was in college, and I had a summer job of teaching swim lessons. So I think I taught everybody to flutter kick or something. It was kind of stupid, right? But okay, fine. But what Stella didn't really understand is that there are different purposes, there are different reasons to teach, aren't there? There are different. What's some other reasons to teach? To teach in order to what?
Maybe goal.
Can I teach? Would you sit up? Sit up. Sit up. I don't like you sitting back. No, you're a student here now, right?
Yeah.
You too. Sit, uncross your legs and sit up. All right. Now we can begin. All right. Now, is this a different purpose? I'm teaching you in order to what?
Control.
To control, to put you down, right? That's why I'm just saying when he told about that teacher that made you do these chairs, right? Exactly, right? Right? It's controlling your mind and controlling your body, right? Okay, but I can teach, which I'm hoping like to inspire, right? Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? But it's the purpose, and that's what I'm saying now. So if we find kind of, but Stella sort of had this general idea, but see, her general idea was that you're going to teach to inspire. So you had to teach it, you had to present it in a certain way. She also kind of taught sequence because, you know, you had to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and you had to, like, you know, but you had to present it in a particular way that people would take it in. But that's not how always that everybody teaches that way, right? With a different purpose. So it's the purpose now that we're starting to realize. So what the important thing is that refinements have been made now, right? Is that in order to define these actions, is that they've got to be in two parts. You can't just say it's to teach. You can't just say it's, you know, to do I can't just say to hypnotize.
Right.
Because I need to know in order to do what? I need to know who the partner is that I'm hypnotizing. Because that will affect how I do it. Right? So, if we were all clinical psychiatrists, and we take an oath, right, to do no harm, don't we? I mean, if we're doctors or medical doctors, and we are hypnotizing a patient, right? Would that give a different rhythm than if it were an ex-boyfriend, and we wanted to find out, right, some material to use, to use against him, right? Wouldn't that be different?
Yeah.
Or if I were like a, you know, we have this word, what's it? If he's a wolf, he's a, what's the word? It just popped out of my head. You know, a man is a, I want to say a bounder. He's not a bounder. He's something like that. Anyway, but if you were a dirty old man and you were hypnotizing a girl in order to have your way with her, that would have a different rhythm, wouldn't it? Do you see what I'm saying? So two parts that we're talking about. You've got to know, and the easiest way is to take it from the partner. It's the partner who's making you do it anyway, right? Okay? So, the most important thing, though, is for us as actors, is that the audience cannot read our minds, right? Can you read my mind? I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Anybody?
8.
Anybody?
7. It's 4.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of a number. I was thinking of a letter. Sorry, you can't read my mind, right? You see? Okay, so how does the audience know what we're thinking then?
With our eyes. Our body.
Our bodies, right? Eyes are part of our bodies.
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
And you're right. And in terms of television and movies, it's just a matter of scale, right?
Yeah.
Because they can see our eyes. On stage, you know, it's so interesting. I thought, you know, we were talking about, you know, the style of stage? You know, everybody says, oh, how fake it is, right? But why is it so large? Could you have a scene on stage where it's sort of like this? But you could, but no, they'd be throwing tomatoes at you, right? We can't hear what you're saying, right? We can't see what you're doing. So of course it was big, right? So it's just a matter of scale to bring it in. But it still has to be there, right? We still have to put it into our bodies, and then it can come out through our eyes.
Right.
But, you know, if you try just to do it from eyes, then this is sort of like what I was saying. Because you'll go into classes, right, and they'll just, oh, do it with your eyes. Well, but there's nothing there, right? Because you've got to do it first. It's got to come through the body. Okay?
Right.
All right. So, we're going to call that the two-part model of an action, right? And a lot of times, there's another school here who's a teacher of mine, and he's getting closer to it, because he no longer says, like, to teach. He puts it into the gerund form. You know, the gerund is the ing form. So they say it's teaching, because it makes it sound more active, right? But it's still, again, they're trying to get there, right? But they're still putting it on themselves instead of taking it from the partner, right? Seeing the partner. Because the partner gives it to you. We're all sitting here,